Alright guys, welcome to the channel. It's time to get legit in the M3. It's time to do some interior mods. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a BMW performance steering wheel inside of my M3. As you guys can probably see, the blue maybe doesn't match 100% perfect with a normal performance steering wheel, and that is because I actually did a full restoration on this wheel. It was in terrible shape. Alcantara was all beat up and matted down, and also the stripe was all scratched and scuffed and fading. So I actually painted that and did a full video on how to restore this wheel. So anyways, that is a separate video. Go check that one out if you are interested. But in this video, we're actually gonna be putting this thing on the M3. First step, disconnect the battery. This is a 10 millimeter. All right, so here's kind of a funny trick. I actually put this little piece right here in between the negative and the actual terminal just to keep it from jumping back and touching it when I'm working on the steering wheel. All right, so there's apparently little tabs in here that you can push with your hand. See how that's flexing a little? I think there's one on this side, but I can't hold the camera and do it. So I'm gonna put the camera down and try to do it for you so you can see kind of how it works. So believe it or not, there's actually this little divot, which is already a hole in the steering wheel. It doesn't look like it, but I haven't stuck this in yet. And you can see that the screwdriver already goes through. And I thought you actually had to pierce this, but it already has a little slit. And the key is you have to push this in and push the tab for the airbag, which is hard to get, but I would use a very small screwdriver and just be very gentle that you don't actually rip this or anything like that. But that's how I'm getting the screwdriver in there. I'm not actually piercing this that hasn't already had a little slit in it already. This is freaking difficult. Feel where that is. There we go. Keep wiggling. Keep wiggling. Okay, good. We're still recording. And lift it out. Finally. Okay. Okay, very gentle, people. Very gentle. That is for sure. Okay. God, it sounds like it's breaking. It's not though. All right, airbag is finally out. All right, 16 millimeter. How's that turning? That's surprising. This car is freaking killing me today. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, I freaking got it. Thank you, God. Why was that so tight? Okay. Please tell me it's still okay. Oh, you guys got to see me struggle. Holy crap. Okay. Now, this is definitely two little harness pieces. Unplug those. Why is that not coming out? There we go. Didn't break anything yet. That's good. Now we can take it off. All right. Torx T20. These 3 screws, take them out. Okay, all right, same procedure for the back of this. What a great idea. All right, so on the original wheel, I'm actually going to take off this little harness as well. And also, you know, keep in mind you're gonna need a really small Torx for this one, and also the negative that comes off, you know, the one that's kind of seated right here. This is gonna come out as well and go onto the new wheel. Okay, so if you guys are wondering, now that I have the wheel out, these are the tabs that you actually have to push when you stick the screwdriver in. If you see, this is the way it goes up through here, and it actually pushes right under here, and it actually pushes this thing in. So that's actually what you're pushing. Hopefully that helps for when you're taking your wheel off. All right, so this is the OEM plastic housing, whatever you want to call it. And this is the one that actually came with the wheel I bought. And I'm not really sure why it has different buttons, but it is not in as good a shape as my stock one. So we're gonna continue using the stock one. And the stock one also has my stock buttons. So I don't really want the weird star or whatever those are for. Don't know, don't care, but we're just gonna set that aside and use the stock plastic sort of housing or whatever to surround for. We're just gonna put this in the new wheel. All right, let's see how we do. And there is a little line. Just have to match it up. There we go. And plugs should be exactly the same. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. All right, 45 foot-pounds. I know this is a huge torque wrench, but that's all I got. Whoopsie. There we go. It's not going anywhere. All right, so that's on. All right, guys, so we got a very frustrated Brandon on our hands right now. Of course, I was literally pushing the airbag in to the new wheel and it wasn't fitting. I'll insert a clip I actually took on my phone because I was gonna send it to some friends to see if they had any advice, but it seems like this bracket is maybe slightly off compared to the one that's in the car, and I know that the airbag fits perfectly in the stock wheel with this bracket. So what I'm going to do is I took the airbag back out for like the third time, and I'm gonna take out these bolts, put the one that was in the car back in the car. So I'm literally gonna swap these plates as well, and then we're gonna see how well it fits. So I would definitely advise you, if you are getting an aftermarket wheel and it's been used, you know, check around the edges. Like this one was bent up for some reason. You know, I'm not sure if you know, that was something that happened. You know, like someone was trying to take it off and they didn't know what they were doing, but I'm not taking the wheel off. I'm just gonna see if I can take this bracket off and put the bracket on. Much better. Oh my God. All right, guys, so here is a raw video for you. I haven't even plugged the battery back in, but this is the wheel. Earlier, as you probably saw from the clip, the seam was not good. This definitely looks proper. You know, the horn will hopefully work, but it has that little bit of play. And actually, I learned something. There are springs on the back of this plate, so that's actually what is, you know, when you press it in, it's because that plate is just fluctuating a little bit, which is kind of cool to see. And that's really it. It looks proper in here. I thought it would look really weird without any other Alcantara, but for now, I like it. I mean, I've seen other cars that have just the wheel and nothing else, so for now, I dig it. I'm gonna have to reconnect the battery and make sure that we don't have an airbag light or anything like that. But this is my factory airbag that had the recall done. So this is the updated airbag, or whatever they had to do to this car. The airbag recall was done. So definitely make sure that you are putting in the right airbag. Don't put in an old airbag or anything like that. Definitely put in an airbag that's been updated. So no airbag light, thankfully. No airbag lights going on. Of course I have to reset everything. That's just the seatbelt and then the brake. So that is good news. All right, I couldn't take it, guys. I had to take the car around the block really briefly. And the steering wheel feels so cool.